Hey man, welcome to Man of 1,000 Thoughts with your special guest D-Dub Man, a review your life, man's best friend, and the only black YouTuber in the world.
Well, 2 out of 3 of all that was wrong. Also, how is it you're the first face my audience sees on my video?
Oh, come on, man. You did the intro last year. Why you always gotta bring us brothers down?
But it's my you're not even the... never mind. For this, we're going to be looking at Tangerine Bear, an old 2000 Christmas special that aired once in 2004 on Cartoon Network, which kinda seems like another bad sign considering last year's special.
Woo boy, last year was a stinker. The Christmas Dinosaur really isn't keeping my hopes up for the quality of these forgotten specials only airing once in a lifetime. But who knows, maybe some Christmas magic will twist things around this year.
Pretty doubtful. They only aired this thing once, so I'm guessing we shouldn't expect any Christmas miracles to happen. It was based on a children's book by Betty... Y'all can try to break your tongues trying to say that. She also wrote the teleplay for this, so she at least would have better control over the quality of this special. Even had a few big names on it with Marlon Wayans, Tom Bosley, and Howie Mandel.
Holy shit, this woman wrote Maggie and the Ferocious Beast? Man, I think we struck gold this time. And the director actually has some notable work this time, like storyboarding for the Rugrats, Goof Troop, back at the Barnyard. Oh, huh. Well, let's just say Burt Ring has more experience than the last director we've seen.
Dub, what are you not telling me?
Well, he also worked on classics like, Family Guy, Planet Sheen, Brickleberry.
Oh, sweet buttery Christmas. We might need some heavy eggnog for this. Well, hopefully we weren't put on Santa's naughty list, so this won't hurt too bad. This is Tangerine Bear. We start outside on a toy factory.
Homer, you are not alone.
That I'm guessing is haunted by one of the ghosts from A Christmas Carol. Just a few seconds in and we're already mixing up our stories.
And the song that they play is very fitting for a damn intro.
And a story will be spun. With family and friends each day we'll have a perfect start. Looking for a place to belong.
Like, I get it's supposed to be played at the end too, but like, have a happier reprise version of it or something. It just feels mopey in the context of what we're looking at. Happy toys being made, not a damn funeral.
Doesn't help that it sounds so generic that you could get this off of YouTube's Creative Commons library. Like, what is so inspiring about a toy being made? In fact, it's kind of depressing considering it's all done by machines. Were they trying to forewarn us of the future of automation? This is such a depressing start for a Christmas special.
Aw, come on, man. It has one guy in there. Just one old man working the holidays, watching his years go by. Matter of fact, after the narration of the same woman who sung the song, we are introduced to the opening conflict that causes our main character to come to fruition by a damn mouse.
The rat gets in the old man's food and tampers with it, causing him to give chase. The rat gets onto one of the teddy bears with a blank face and knocks it out of position on the conveyor belt. This causes the bear's smile to be put on upside down.
Oh no! Yeah, quite the creative way to introduce the character we'll see. I'm not sure how the events of his smile happens in the book, but if it's as elaborate as this, we will definitely have a fun old ride on our hands. So leading up from the frown being stamped on the bear's face, we see the film go from 0 to 100 real quick as the bears spontaneously come alive as they're shipped off.
Attention please! Listen up, fellow bears. My name is Theodore, but you can call me Teddy.
Yes, sir!
Get it? And they break off into the Soul Train line and shit. It's nuts.
I wish it was Soul Train. The song is absolutely boring, just like the first, which I think is a problem of the whole special. It just has a bunch of songs that don't really do much. They're not really catchy, the visuals damn sure don't help since it looks like scraps from Doug's first movie, and most of them don't even forward the narrative. Hell, some of them even go as far as to use the Phil Collins method and sing about what the character's feeling, but it's not the character singing. It's almost like they wanted to take inspiration from other movies and specials, but just did the bare minimum.
I get it.
Eventually, the bears reach their destination of a huge department store in hopes of being sold to a loving family. And this is where the film reaches an uncanny valley for me, as we see other character designs in the same shot in what seems to be various art styles colliding with each other. I mean, look at this woman. This is damn scary. Disregarding that creepy pasta, the bears are all sold one by one, shelf by shelf, all except for one, and he often wondered, why?
Why do they do it that way?
Our furry friend starts, I just realized that our character literally hasn't said anything for 5 whole minutes. We just started and he hasn't uttered a word, and when he finally does speak, it's just that mantra those other bears were singing. Kind of a weird choice for this special to choose for someone we're spending literally the majority of our time with. But anyway, our furry friend starts to find some hope when one kid picks him up, but instantly crushes that hope when the kid says he doesn't like his frown. Most teddy bears don't even have smiles, so why would this one need one, you spoiled brat?
Holy shit, is that Orlando Brown?
Wait, you mean...
How was I supposed to know? My favorite stripper was engaged to my bro.
She gave me, and then I gave her some. I do, yeah.
Take it from me. Up in the sun with a cold day under the sea.
That Orlando Brown?
Nah, I mean this Orlando Brown. The one before the drugs.
You know what? It is. I guess that important lesson here, kids, is don't be a spoiled brat, otherwise you'll turn out like this.
I'm Orlando Brown, you're nobody. I made your motherfucking ass. I breathe life into your old ass. You're old as fuck. You're old as fuck.
So the kid ended up being very vocal about how much the toy sucks. And since it was the last one on the shelf anyway, they decided to throw the damn thing in the clearance bin where some out-of-touch grandparent can find it for their young. That's not how discounts work in real life, by the way. Those damn bears just came out, didn't they? They would have been full price for a couple of years regardless of the defects. But whatever, this is the early 2000s after all. A modern version of this movie would have a damn upside down apple on the iPhone or something. Now here's where our main character meets some supporting characters, Dolly and Louie Blue.
Don't bother getting too attached to them. They're not here for long. They're mainly here just to relay the message that the character, who still hasn't even been named yet by the way, that his smile is upside down, which begs the question, how does he not know? They later establish he can feel things, so you would think he'd have some knowledge of what's going on. Also, how come every other toy can make different faces, but the main character can't? This special is more inconsistent than Jesus is King.
Man, I stopped putting logic into these Christmas specials ever since we saw the Christmas Dinosaur. Fuck consistency, we're just trying to be up there with the greats like Wreck and Bass specials and Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. But hey, I'm sure that this was fun for a younger you to watch, right?
I mean, sort of, but that was more because it was a really good Christmas for me. This and Christmas Dinosaur I only watched once, but I do remember liking this one better. But now it's just making me wonder, was my childhood any good?
I'm sad now.
Well, that's enough depression for now. Our main character ends up being left alone at the table when everybody else gets picked. The store decides to donate everything to a small corner store called Winkle's Emporium. And I won't sugarcoat it, this is where the story practically grinds to a halt. The characters don't go anywhere else or do much else or say anything that important from here on out.
Yeah, no kidding. The setting is literally all you're gonna see for the next half hour. And boy, does it drag on and on. We made a brand new set of characters this time though, which is a shame because we only see Marlon Wayans for 5 seconds. And he bounces with a quick check. And we meet up with a jack-in-the-box, a clock, and a clock. And they all just sit together, being sad and sharing their backstories.
Which we actually don't get to see.
Yeah, like a damn visual could have helped wonders for these boring shot reverse shots that we're seeing instead. So the bear still has hope of being sold, and being in this thrift store isn't gonna stop him from doing so. He then hatches an idea that he will be more presentable if he was on a chair to sit on, but the only one located was across the house. Which is then when he's warned about the antagonist of the film. Spike from Tom and Jerry. Like, that's literally Spike. No one else can tell me otherwise. Hanna-Barbera would literally be twisting in their graves right now if they seen this. Oh wait, they were still alive to see this.
I'm guessing they knew this would suck so bad that no one would notice or even see it. Basically, Hanna-Barbera said,
It sucks so much I get blowjobs from it.
The bear goes to get the chair and ends up confronting the guard dog. They don't hit it off too well. Considering one will be a chew toy to the other, I'm not too surprised. The bear just tries giving a boring lecture to the dog, but he's not having it and chases him around the store with a weird 1970s cop chase music. I don't get it either. The bear outsmarts the dog and has him run into a shelf and get buried. Guess he didn't get the memo that you're supposed to bury bones and not yourself. Oh, screw you all, that was funny.
The dog should have died after being trampled like that, but I guess that would have made the story even more depressing to write him off like that. So, instead, Mr. Winkle sees the anarchy Virgil the dog has created and is completely cool with it. And he's black for some reason. Like, is this the lighting in the room or something? Whatever the case may be, the bear got his chair and the waiting game was played. Eventually a damn year goes by and they don't tell us, and the bear is now sunburnt from being in the window for so long.
Which I'm pretty sure is not how fur works, especially since he somehow ends up lighter than before. Like, how do you do that? And also, how does no one else get sunburned? They're literally in the same spot as him. But whatever, he makes the tan even on both sides of his body, and swear to God, something needs to freaking happen already. We're literally just watching characters dick around for the rest of the runtime. How could anyone sign off on this? It's like the creators had the yes men from Chance the Rapper's first album.
Eventually Thanksgiving arrives, which is also stated through dialogue. Like, would it have killed them to give us a bottom text or festive settings? Mr. Wrinkle isn't able to make rent for this month, and our main characters dread the story closing down, so they decided to whip it into tip-top shape, to the point of where people are actually coming inside and buying stuff.
How much you asking for?
Make me an offer.
$20.
Bruh, that's a horrible price. Get out of here.
Bye, guys. Good luck.
She's literally moving and talking in this man's hands. You're breaking Toy Story rules 101, writers. Ah!
At this point, can we even say they were following any rules?
I mean,
at the beginning of the film, we were at least moving around to different places, but now we're just in this small shop. It's not even a pleasant place to be. It's super dingy and just plain awful to be in, even after cleaning it.
Man, I have never been more bored in my life. I might take the Christmas Dinosaur at this point.
Honestly, I might have to agree with you. At least with Christmas Dinosaur, there was some stakes to the plot. More of a goal for the main characters to actually commit some action to. Here, everything relies too much on the characters just sitting around hoping for something to happen to them. The actions that actually do happen aren't even that interesting.
To save the viewers' lives, I'm gonna fast forward a bit. Eventually, the antagonist dog runs outside, causing Tangy and the rest to let him back in. Now they're friends, which is truly a feel-good moment. The dog helps Bear put up Christmas decorations. Another awful musical number. They go outside to see Christmas decorations. Whoops, they're stuck in a snowstorm. They head back, Tangy is lost. Can we roll the credits yet? No? There needs to be a happy ending. Well shit, my bad.
I'll try to match that speed, cause if I keep watching this, my brain's gonna melt. Tangy gets lost for a few seconds, but gets found by Mr. Winkle in a Santa costume. Sure. Tangy thought it was the real Santa because idiot. Oh yeah, Tangy gets the name Tangy by the end of the special because they like to do things backwards here. A guy with a monocle comes into the store and wants to buy Tangy.
Oh, at last, a chance. Oh my, a real gentleman. Oh no, he's looking at my mouth. I'm doomed.
Okay, this is a family special, so I won't say anything dirty, but I will play this music. The man offers Mr. Winkle $200 for Tangy and Jack, but
this crazy old man turns down an offer of $200 for a defective bear and a jack-in-the-box. You're gonna lose your home!
Yeah, I don't get it either. He says it's because they're basically family to him, but he literally doesn't do much with them other than fix Jack's bells, and that's about it. It would have been nice if, you actually showed them bonding in some way. There's nothing to make you relate to this at all. So the man offers more money, and Mr. Winkle doesn't budge, and the man leaves. Tangy ends up learning the true message that he was home all along and didn't need to be sold to find that out, and that's it. How you feeling, Dub?
Snores, Bill!
I've seen some boring stuff in my life, but a Christmas special certainly shouldn't be on that list of those things. Literally, the ending of the movie was the best part for me. And not even for the meme of, because it's over, right? It's because it was well executed. Tangy's monotone voice works well for this closing dialogue, and the outro music actually feels like it's in the right place. The message is certainly clear. Enjoy the place where you're needed. Enjoy the place where you feel belonged. This bear was sitting with these niggas for over a year, and not once has he thought, hey, Let me just walk out of this joint. So all jokes aside, they definitely had a moral here. It just wasn't done right, you know?
Yeah, I feel you on that. The special as a whole loses its rewatchability with how tedious it can be to get through it. The characters fall pretty flat with their over-reliance on just having them tell us their backstories rather than show it so we can build a connection to them. Or at the very least, give them charming personalities. Tangy has the worst of it because he's just not interesting with how boring he sounds and just plain is. The overall lesson, while a strong one, is not by any means worth sitting through such a long and boring special. There's nothing overall bad in it, but you're not about to get a good Christmas dinner either.
Oh no!
Just read the book, guys. I'm sure it's a better experience than wasting 50 minutes of your existence for a life lesson about, hey, being loved is cool. Now, if Marlon Wayans voiced Tangy instead, maybe I would have gave it 5 stars. But that's just me.
Ultimately, Tangerine Bear the special can just get stuffed.
As bad as that joke was,
Nigga.
it was definitely better than this film. Come to think of it, what's the next film we should do anyway?
Well, I did have this one thing in mind that could knock the socks off everybody just to finish off Thoughtmas. I'm talking Christmas stuff out the yin-yang. The holliest of jollies, as strong as Santa eating 10 pounds of cookies. Yes, we'll be looking at the special to end all specials.
Oh, you're talking about that Chipmunk special from the 70s? That one where Alvin gets that little white boy his harmonica? Why the hell would you talk about that? I wouldn't even talk about that.
But it was gonna... How did you even get in here?
Yo, who the hell let him in here? I'm out.
Oh my gosh, come back. How will I ever live without you and your inconsistent upload schedule? Was that believable? Dub, come back. The special has Boys to Men in it. You look like the type of nigga that loves Boys to Men.
Well, in that case, let's go.
Oh boy, join us next time when we look at whatever Tariq's got cooked up for us. And always remember, it's just a deep thought.
With 50 bears in a box and a truck, dancing around.